Hey, everybody. Sucks to be you. Staff grabber, Irish Jesse. Welcome in, guys. Remember, today's question day. If you have questions, let me know what your question is, and let me know if you want tarot or runes to answer your question. How's it going, Staff grabber? We got a nice day here today. It's supposed to be nice this weekend, so I'll probably be a little bit early this weekend as well. I'll probably be on Sunday. All right. I don't know where anybody is. Nobody has questions. Oh my God, 110? I couldn't live there, not in this RV. I wouldn't survive. I don't know how you do it. I know you get used to living in places like that, but I don't know about that kind of heat. Well, we're here to do tarot and rune readings. If anybody has a question, let me know. Not used to me being on this early. Get used to it because in the winter months I'll be on this early. So, how's everybody else doing out there? So, out of 8 chicken eggs, how many will hatch? Well, you want that with runes, and I'll have to do, let's see. It's difficult to do numbers with either one, with either runes or tarot, so I have to narrow it down. So we'll see what we get here. You got 8 chicken eggs. How many of them will hatch? All right. Will all 8 of them hatch? No, not all 8 of them's going to hatch. So we're going to set that one aside. Will 7 of them, will 7 of the 8 hatch? Yes, 7 of the 8 will hatch. That's a definite yes. And in fact, this represents fertility, growth, and common sense. So 7 out of the 8 is going to hatch. According to this, this is the Ingaz. I had to think there for a minute. The Ingaz rune. So 7 out of the 8 should hatch. And this is the fertility growth. Sucks to be you, tarot or runes. 7 out of the 8, staff grabber. 7 out of the 8. I don't know, my members, if you any of you noticed that during my members only live, I had a spirit here. I know I went back and watched it. Um, and noticed my camera got distorted a couple of times. You want tarot? Okay. Will my test be good news on Monday? Hey, Ellie. Welcome in. All right. You want tarot? You want to know will your test be good news? Awesome. Yes. I want to know, staff grabber. Ellie, mom and dad. All right. So, sucks to be you. You want to know will your test be good on Monday? If I remember, I'll use the other deck on the weekend. I just got to remember. Don't mind the dogs, they're outside. He's barking at the train that's going by. All right. Will your test be good news on Monday? Will your test be good news on Monday? All right. I don't know what kind of test. Please, I pray it's not a medical test. The chances are good that it will not be good. There is a slight possibility that it will be. We have one upright card. I see self-sabotage here. And I see energy drained. But I also see a healer, somebody that is good at healing and caring and loyal. So I'm not sure what kind of test. I really don't want to know, especially if it's a medical test. But I feel like maybe you've done something, you may have done too much here that has caused the test to not come out good. But it's not a definite. This is not a definite no. So there is a chance that it will come out good. I can't give you a definite no. Had this card been in reverse, I could have, but it's upright. So the odds are not in your favor. However, there is that chance. So stay optimistic. Remember, we've got 5 planets in retrograde, and 5 planets in retrograde right now, it's not good. Things, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm not good at astrology. I'm nowhere near knowing all of the astrology stuff. Hey, culture. But my understanding is, from what I've read, that the astrology with these retrograde planets, things are not good. Don't look good. So we have Ellie's question next. I would say that sucks to be you. There's there is a slight chance that it will be good news. Oh, two. I got you, O2. The Queen of Cups is somebody that's very caring. They're very intuitive. They're very tactful. And so, and they're also a healer. The Queen of Cups is a healer. So if there is, I don't want to, I'm not speculating, but because there's many things that we can heal, not just ourselves. You're very welcome. Sucks to be you. You're very welcome. All right. Message. Ellie wants message from mom and dad. Hey, do you woo poo? Let me get these questions real quick. What runes? Do you woo poo? Did you have a question? Before I get started, I've got. Oh, Ellie, I was watching when I was watching Six Up yesterday. Somebody brought up, um, hmm, never mind. I can talk to you elsewhere about it. Okay. In Let's see. This is a message for Ellie from her mom and dad. Oh, before I go any further, if something should happen to my internet and I freeze up, I will come back. Hopefully it won't. But it did on Tuesday. I still think that Mercury retrograde didn't like me showing the Empress. Yeah, I'll message you in Discord in a DM. I need to talk to you, Ellie. But I don't want to do it on here. Oh, either your mom or your dad or both of them are here. I just got the goosebumps. All right. Okay, O2 Hurricane. Yeah, it's probably Mercury retrograde. I know it sure didn't like me talking about the Empress. It didn't like the Empress. It shut me completely down. I will come back though. If something happens, I will come back. Just if I go down, just keep an eye out for a new live. I rebooted and everything. I've got a fan blowing that's blowing on my camera and my laptop. It's just a little warm in here, but it's supposed to get cool off. It's supposed to rain. So this is going to be for your mom, a message from your mom. And now this one's going to be for your dad. All right, let's see what your mom has to say. Oh. Oh my. So this is, I don't know who this is about. I don't have any idea who this is about. So something's going to happen out of the blue, and this is a tower moment. This is when something happens. You get caught off guard. And when a tower moment happens, you get caught off guard. The tower falls, something falls, whether it be the tower itself or a person falling. Ooh. And you have to rebuild from there. This is not you. If this card was in reverse, I'd say it was about you, but this is about someone else. Someone else is going to fall. Now, whether it's a literal fall or a fall from grace. Because this could be a literal fall. Some of us are accident prone and we fall. But something's going to happen unexpectedly. And when this happens, something that they're working on is going to get destroyed. Somebody's in a process of creating something and it's going to get destroyed. And this is what I'm hearing. There's something happening out of the blue. Somebody's falling from grace, which is going to destroy them. It's going to destroy what they're working on. My work here is complete. I just heard that. My work here is complete. This is from your mother. That's interesting. That's a very interesting message. Keep in mind this tower is not about you. If it were in reverse, it would be. But I'm hearing my work here is complete. Let's see what your dad has to say. Uh-oh. Oh my God. You guys seen me shuffle these cards. You see me shuffle and shuffle. Somebody is taking total emotional control over this person. They're riding the waves out. Nothing that's said or done can rattle this person. They're taking total control over. However, whatever's going on, and I think I know what it is, but I don't want to put it out here on YouTube. It's being kept hidden in the dark. Well, let me be a little cryptic on it, and you'll be able to read between the lines. So, this could, in the context of this reading, this could represent your sibling. Could. Not necessarily, but in the context of this reading, it could represent your sibling being controlling, emotionally controlling. We have a lot of emotional control here. And this one could be the spouse hiding it from the outside world. Not letting others know. This person is hiding things that this one is controlling. This one is controlling something. Definitely emotions, definitely controlling emotions. There could be communication that's being hidden. There's two things that we're missing here. We're missing communications and we're missing feelings, passion, energy. And those two things also could be what's being controlled and hidden in darkness. So something is being hidden from the public by those two. But this one has control. This one has control. Yep. I'm sure you did, Ellie, but we know we know what that person has said about you. So, but I think, but what the message I think that's trying to be conveyed here, because these are two major arcana cards, and I'm getting goosebumps again, which is confirmation to me that I'm correct, that things are getting worse when it comes to the control. Things are getting worse. Things are progressively getting worse. Well, that's what that person wanted. I feel like over here, your mom is like, I'm done. There's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do about it. That's true, Ellie. That is very true. She will get what she wanted. She's getting what she wanted. So, I mean, but I'll get with you in a private message on Discord later. I got something I want to show you too. Oh, see, I've never heard her. I can't watch her, okay? Unless I'm watching Six Up, I can't watch her. And the backup channel, the one I review on my members live, I can barely watch that. You're very welcome, Ellie. You're very welcome. I think that what your mom and dad is trying to say is things are coming to a head and it's almost over. All right. Next up is O2 Hurricane. You want a message from your heart. Oh, yeah, I agree, Ellie. I totally agree. O2 Hurricane, are you here? This is for you. O2 Hurricane, are you here? I know she said her internet was unstable. Hey, Joanna. No, you're not too late. I'll take a question from you. Yeah, just one question, Joanna. Just one question. All right. This is for O2 Hurricane. If you're out there listening, message from your heart. I know Culture O2 said there was internet issues on their end. So O2 Hurricane, if you're listening, this is for you. A message from your heart. All right, this is for O2 Hurricane. You want a message from your heart. Yes, Maria, you can put it in all caps and let me know if you want runes or tarot. All right, O2 Hurricane. What's going on here? These are 3 major arcana cards. You're depressed because you feel powerless. You feel like you don't have any control over something. I'm not sure what's going on. I hope when you were asking that question, you weren't being literal about your heart and you were just wanting more about your feelings, your passion, your energy, and that type of thing. Because what I'm getting here is that you are depressed because something's making you feel powerless and out of control. Something may be causing you to doubt yourself as well. You feel like you're spinning your wheels. You might even feel like you're being manipulated. I hope that answered your question. O2 Hurricane, I hope that answered your question. Maria, yeah, I do. You can put a question in all caps. I do questions on Thursdays on the weekend. I'll be probably back on Sunday. I do just general readings and give angel numbers on the weekend. But this is question day, so. All right, I got your question. All right, next up is culture. Thank you, culture. You wanted to know if it would be in your best interest to find a new job before 2026. Somebody's here. I can feel somebody here. You want to know if it's in your best interest to find a new job before 2026. And that would be a definite yes. This is the Issa rune. You might be feeling like you're at a standstill with the current job, and that might be why you're feeling like maybe you need to look for a new job. The Issa rune represents a standstill, a block, or a challenge, and you might be feeling like you're at a standstill at this job, your current job, and maybe you want to find something that is more challenging, perhaps, or maybe a change. You want a change of some sort, but that's a definite yes. That is a definite yes. It doesn't matter which way I turn this rune, it's going to be a yes. All right, do you woo poo? You're up next. You're very welcome, culture. You're very welcome. Do you woo poo? Are you here? Do you woo poo? Might have to let my dogs in if it starts raining. I'm going to timestamp you at 38 minutes. Do you woo poo? All right, this is for Do You Woo Poo. You wanted to know what you need to know. Do you want Dupree? Do you want general or do you want Oh Jesus! You want a general? Do you want tarot? Do you want that with tarot? All right, this is for Do You Woo Poo. I don't know where you went. Do you woo poo? You wanted to know what you needed to know from your spirits. Okay, tarot. Don't mind my dog out there barking. He barks at all the blades of grass in the morning. He always goes outside and says hi to all the grass. He barks at the dog. He barks at the grass. He barks at the fence. Whoa. Those two jumped out and I couldn't stop them, so we're going to take them. We're going to take these two as being together. Yeah, there's two there. Whoa. Yeah, he barks at the horses too. There's horses out there too. He barks at them. He's afraid of them. He's a guard dog. He's not a working dog. Well, he's not the type that pushes the animals like cows and horses. He's the type that guards them. He's not the cattle dog. He's the guard dog. He's the big baby. He's the big 200-pound baby. 200 plus pounds. There you woo poo. Sorry. Uh-oh. I think he's telling Daddy it's raining and I want in. Yeah, Maria, he is big. He's Pyrenees and German Shepherd hybrid. He's like a big human in the bed. He goes in there when before I go to bed, and he'll lay on my side of the bed. It's like another human being in the bed. I have to push him out of the bed so I can get in. I think you might need to let them in. It's starting to rain. Hang on, guys. Sorry for the interruption, but he has to let the dogs in. Oh, Lord. This is going to be like a stampede coming in. I got to hold on to everything. Sorry. He has to slide past my fan. Hey, Metal Clips, how you? Hey, Six Up. Gotta let the babies in. It's raining. Well, I thought he was. And they just took off. Oh, what are you making for dinner, Metal Clips? I might have to come over. It's a long distance dinner, though. Oh. I don't know why he didn't shut the door. He went somewhere. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, there he comes.
Come on. Inside. Done.
No, actually, I had pork roast, potatoes, and
Did
carrots.
the other two come in?
Come on. Who?
The other two. Tank and Luke.
No. All I got's Gidgy and Gunner. Sorry, do you whoop? Metal Clips, you want to drop your link for your shop, your new link? And Six Up, please drop your channel. I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking, Metal Clips. I had to deal with a grumpy husband last night, but other than that, hey, now I got grumpy dogs. They're grumpy because they didn't want to come in, but they have to because it's raining. Uh-oh. Somebody lose their, oh, what'd he do, break it?
No, he just slipped out of it.
Oh, my God. Oh, he slipped out of his vest. Okay, go lay down, dude. You don't need to be all up in my business.
It's the food, Mommy. See, I got the food dish.
Oh, my God. So my big dog came in, trying to get all up in my business. He just plopped down and stuck his head in a food dish. Okay, I'm sorry, do you whoop hoo? Now we'll get back to your reading. Thank you, Metal Clips, for dropping that. It is in my description, though, just in case. And 6 Up, if you want to drop your link, please drop your link as well. Do you whoop hoo? What do you got going on here? You've got some issues. You've got problems with somebody that's not committed. Somebody that is, I see a destruction here in connections with somebody. And we have the Lover's card in reverse. There's a conflict. I see a conflict. So this could be an upheaval in your life that's taking place right now. In a big part of your life. So you're having to take time to yourself and go into isolation and do some introspection as to maybe why all of this took place, because I see a conflict took place. And with this conflict came destruction. Destruction of, I'm going to say relationships, not necessarily romantic, but some type of relationships. So you need to take time to yourself and think about things and enlighten yourself. Look for that enlightenment to see what went wrong here. What went wrong? Something's going to go wrong if it hasn't already. Where'd you go, 6 Up? Do you want to drop your link? All right, Joanna. You want to know Maro's feelings towards you. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. Maru, Maro. You want to know their feelings towards you. You want to know what Maro's feelings are towards you. Okay. Sometimes I'm never sure. I try not to mess up people's pronunciation of their names. Sometimes when it appears to be too difficult for me, I'll just say the first letter. Awesome. It's not too difficult. I've seen other names that I was like, yeah, I can't pronounce that. Maro's not that bad. All right. Maro's feelings towards you. What is Maro's feelings towards you? Wasting time. They feel like they're wasting time. Starting new. I don't know. Did you know this person before? Did you have were you is this somebody that you were friends with before? Or in some sort of connection with before? There's emotional instability here. So Maro feels like she's wasting time. Perhaps due to emotional instability and isn't ready to start something new. That's why I have this Four of Cups in reverse. She's involved with someone else. Yeah. You're this outsider right here. She feels like she's wasting time and doesn't want to start something new. At least not at the moment. You're very welcome. Joanna, you're very welcome. All right, Maria, are you here, Maria? Thank you, Six Up. Are you going live tonight? You going live tonight, Six Up? Awesome. Awesome. All right, there's Maria. Yes, make sure if you're not subscribed, subscribe to Six Up Media, please. Six Up is a review commentary channel. She does an excellent job at it. Maria, you want to know what your guides are like? What is Maria's guides like? I can tell you that my spirit guide, came to me in a dream. My spirit guide is indigenous and was um, a leader of some sort. I seen my spirit guide was in full indigenous clothing. He came to me and it's a male. He came to me in a dream. Yeah, that's one, your spirit, your guides may come to you in a dream. I did for a while. I had three, and two of them left. I can tell you that one of them might be a little fiery, one might be a little spicier, another one may be down to earth. But you have one here that one in particular, this one may be, how do I want to say it? The one that maintains balance in your thoughts, in your communication. Hey, Titi, welcome in. Happy to see you here. It's okay, Titi. If you would like a reading, if you have a question and you'd like me to answer it, I can do it with either a tarot that I'm using here or runes. Glad to see you here, TT. So, Maria, you have, it looks like, in this, you might not have three. You don't necessarily have three guides. You could. And if you do have three guides, you have one that's a little spicy, one that's down to earth. Now, you could just have two, and one of these two is somebody that is well spoken. They make sure that what they impart on you is harmonious. They make sure that you don't hear anything negative from them. They go out of their way to make sure that you have positive thoughts. Hey, empathy, welcome in. Michelle, welcome in. Michelle, if you have a question, just put the question in chat and let me know if you want tarot or runes to answer your question. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Yes, empathy. If you have a question, just let me know. And let me reiterate here while I have you all here. If something happens to my internet and I go down, I will be back. I will come back. You're very welcome, Maria. You're very welcome. TT, did you ask a question? Hey, Brenda. TT, you just want a general reading with tarot? Okay, TT. All right. No, you're not too late, Brenda. Just know that if my internet messes up again, that I will come back. Just keep an eye out. You're welcome, O2 Hurricane. You're very welcome. If you got a question, Brenda, let me know. Dupree, are you here? Yes, empathy. I got you on the list. It's Dupree, TT, Michelle, you, and Brenda. Okay, there's Dupree. And there's the thunder. And the thunder rolls. And the lightning strikes. All right. This is for Dupree. Dupree just wanted a general reading. Oh, you're welcome, empathy. You're very welcome. Yeah, it was overcast and now it's storming. We had to bring the puppies in. They were outside enjoying the weather and it started raindrops. So I think Big Boy was barking at the raindrops. He was saying, "Hello, raindrops. About time you get here." I know, Staff Grabber. I don't know how you live there. I just don't. I could not. I would not survive there in this RV. I would not. Oh no, Brenda. Oh, think about the. Did you take it off of him, Brenda? Did you take it off of him when he was sick? All right, this is for Dupree. You might have to think back to if you did take it off. All right, this is for Dupree. This is Let me turn my light on. Give me 1 second here. Because with the thunder and overcast, now it's dark. Hi, Flocka. What the heck? Was that you? Hey,
What?
Was that you or was that ice hitting the roof?
That's ice hitting the roof. Look outside, it's green.
I know it's rain, but...
No, it's green.
Oh, it's green?
I just got a notice for tornadoes.
Oh, we got a
So
tornado.
if you got your phone over there, get ready for the alert.
Yeah, I got my phone.
Okay, you should get the tornado alert.
I might end up getting a tornado.
It's north.
Holy hell!
Still there.
Do you
Yes,
guys
that's
hear
hail.
that?
That is hail.
That's hail hitting my roof. Where did it? Holy crap. I've never heard it like that. It sounds like it's about to come through the roof. I know, Flake. That's what I thought it was. I thought a rock hit my roof. Well, I got a crack in my windshield. No, I'm not going to let it stop me. I hope you guys can hear me over the hail. Staff grabber, bacon frying. Ah, that's Thor. Thor's angry. He's angry. All right. Dupree, this is for you if you're still here. It'll settle down in a minute. Look, I used to live in Florida, where they get hurricanes. Not my first hailstorm. I just never heard it that loud before. First time hearing it that loud. Oh, that big. Must be some awfully big hail. All right. Dupree, are you out there? Oh, yeah, we get it big here all the time, Brenda. It's not Zeus. Staff grabber. That wouldn't be Zeus. That'd be Thor. Okay, Dupree. Okay, please calm down. Please calm down. Hey, Spirit of Morning. There we go. Ah, there's the thunder. All right. Spirit of Morning, you just missed the hail hitting the roof. You'll have to rewind and listen to the hail. It sounded like rocks hitting my roof. All right. Dupree, what do we got going on here? So, you brought something full circle here. You've brought something full circle. Something came to a completion. You're happy about it. However, with that happiness, something you may have been working on or something else might be stagnant. You might have you may have had to put something else on hold that you were doing in order to bring something else to a completion. But not just a completion. This is something successful. You successfully ended something. And now that in order to do that, you had to put something on hold. And putting this something else on hold created uncertainty. Seeing just like that, it's gone. For the most part. So, what I'm seeing here no, this is the Sun card. The Sun card is about joy, happiness, and success. So you've successfully become happy. You've completed something. You were able to do something. You were successful with something. It may have cost you some money. It may have cost you a little bit of money. Hey, sweet pea. It may have cost you a little bit of money. And you may have been feeling uncertain about it. But I feel like this uncertainty all went away. You might be uncertain on how you're going to get this money back. But whatever this was you were successful at brought you joy and happiness. Hey, Preet. So there's something that you did that brought you joy and happiness. It could have been some type of a creation. It could have been some type of hobby that you have completed, and it brings you joy and happiness. And you were successful at it. But in the process of doing that, it may have cost you a little bit of money, not a whole lot. You might even feel a little bit foolish about doing this. People might think it might be something that others might not find, others might find as childish, so to speak. But it was something that you wanted to do, and it was something that brought you joy and happiness. You successfully completed something. You know, we all have a bucket list. Think about this. We all have a, there it comes again. We all have a bucket list, and perhaps you completed something on your bucket list and it brought you joy and happiness, and you were successful at it. But it cost you a little bit of extra money that you might not have been expecting. Some may think it was foolish. That's their problem. If people think something you do is foolish, that's their problem, not your problem. Especially if it's something on your bucket list. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of something that was on my bucket list. On my bucket list was to visit Graceland. Did it cost me money? Oh, yeah. The first year, it even cost me a vehicle because our car broke down before we even left for vacation. So that's just an example of what this could be about. Okay, staff grabber. Thank you for being here. I hope that answered your question, Dupree. I know it sounded like I had bacon cooking here for a little bit. It was bad. Hey, Victoria. Ah, I see what you're saying, Dupree. That makes sense. All right, Titi, are you still here, Titi? That makes perfect sense, Dupree. You've got to do what makes you happy. No, you can. You have a question? Put your question in chat, Victoria. All right, this is for TT. This is a general reading for TT. I want to thank you all for being here. All right, give me 1 second here. Let me write these questions down. Tarot or runes, Victoria? Trying to keep up with chat here and keep the questions up. Tarot or runes, Victoria? This is going to be for Titi. Okay. I got you. I have lag, pretty bad lag here, so sometimes you'll hear me say it multiple times. I apologize. All right, let me get set up in my seat because I tend to slide down. Oh. All right, this is for TT. TT. Somebody said something to you that's broken your heart. This is heartbreak. Perhaps somebody has said something. You may have been looking to get into some sort of, make some sort of connection with somebody. And it would be a new connection. Somebody new. But that's postponed. And maybe somebody else has said something to you negative about the person or persons that you were going to connect with. Perhaps somebody has said something negative to you, and whatever it was that they said to you hurt your heart. I know I say this multiple times in my lives at certain periods during the year, but we're currently under, I want to say, 5 retrograde planets, Mercury being one of them. And if you've been here enough, you know that Mercury affects our communication and our electronics when it's retrograde. It's especially more hurtful for those that are under the sign of Leo this time because it's retrograde in the sign of Leo, but it can affect all of us. So we all need to be mindful of the things that we say because once you say something, you can't take it back. Once you say something, it's said and you can't take it back. And so you're being reminded here to be patient because perhaps whoever said something that did break your heart about someone else didn't really mean it. Of course, what was said can never be taken back, but you can start a healing process with it. Hi, Crystal. This is a fresh broken heart, so you haven't even begun the healing process yet with this. So this is reminding you to be patient. Perhaps somebody said something out of anger, and we all know that's usually when things are said that really should not be said. Because once you say something, you can't take it back. And I don't know how to reiterate that. That's why people should be careful when they're talking, especially all the time, but more so during Mercury retrograde. That's usually the time period when we really don't think before we speak. Oh, so this is literally your heart. So be patient. It's going to take time for that to heal. I'm sorry to hear that, TT. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything's okay. Well, I'm glad you are okay. I'm so glad that you are okay. Just be patient. Be patient with yourself and just follow what the doctors say. I'm just glad and thankful that you're okay from that. It takes time to, even an actual physical problem with your heart is going to take time to heal. It's going to take time to heal from that as well. I love you too, TT, and you're very welcome. Well, getting the news about that broke your heart, but it was about your heart, literally. All right. Michelle, are you here, Michelle? Michelle G? Okay. Will X change their mind and say yes? Will your ex change their mind about a child? Crystal, just put your question in chat and let me know if you want it answered with tarot or the runes. All right. This is for Michelle. This is for Michelle. Give me 1 second here. Let me write this down. All right, Crystal. So I'll do tarot. I'll do a general reading with tarot. McEady, thank you for subscribing, and I've got your question written down. All righty. All right. I can't copy him. Michael McConaughey's all right. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Crystal, for becoming a member. I do members only lives every Tuesday. All right. This is for Michelle. Thank you for becoming a member, Crystal. I appreciate that. I have to figure out what I'm going to do this Tuesday for my members. If there's anything in particular my members would like to see on Tuesday, just let me know. Give me some ideas. I'll figure something out, though. All right, this is for Michelle. Michelle wants to know, will your ex change his mind and say yes to a child? Will your ex change his mind about having a child? All right. The odds are against you. It's not an absolute no. This card's upright. To have an absolute no, this card would have to be in reverse. However, we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is about not being committed. So this is about not wanting to make that commitment to having a family. So I'm going to say no. And this is the end. The end is no. He's not going to change his mind. So I'm sorry about that. Michelle, I'm sorry. Empathy, are you here? Okay. Yeah, he's not committed to having a child. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Crystal, but you love the Akashic past live readings. Yeah, I don't do those. Yeah, sometimes I do, on occasion, I will do shadow work readings. Um, Not on live. I just put out a video on shadow work and possibly what someone may need to work on when it comes to shadow work. But I don't, the rest of it, I don't. All right, empathy. You want to know how Fahad feels after receiving a request on Instagram from you. Yeah, shadow work is not for the faint at heart either. It's that's something that's difficult for people to do. I do have specific decks for my shadow work readings. I have a specific oracle deck and tarot deck. I haven't been doing the videos for shadow work lately. It's been too hot here to. When it gets really hot here, I can't do that. Aw, thank you so much, Titi. Thank you. Thank you for that. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. You're very welcome, TT. You're very welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right, empathy. You want to know how Fahad feels after receiving your request on Instagram. How does Fahad feel after receiving your request on Instagram? Fahad thinks you're trying to be sneaky. He thinks you're trying to be sneaky when in fact you might be just committed to Fahad. Committed to at least a friendship with Fahad. And that's why he thinks that you're being sneaky. If you didn't use your real account and he's not familiar with that name, that might be why. And so that makes him leery about accepting your request. He doesn't know it's you. You're unfamiliar. So there's a delay in him accepting that request on Instagram. You're committed to having contact with Fahad, but because you used a different name that he's not familiar with, he might not accept your request because he doesn't know it's you. You might need to reveal yourself. You might need to let him know that's your account, because right now he's probably not going to accept that request. There's a delay right here. No, he didn't recognize you. He did not recognize you. He thinks it's somebody that's being sneaky. He's suspecting it's somebody being sneaky. He doesn't trust the person. He doesn't trust that account. He's committed to people that he can trust, and he doesn't know that name, so he's not accepting the request. He probably will. That would be a separate question, and I'm only doing one question for everybody because I have so many questions here. I would say it's probably best to be honest and open and use your main account. I strongly urge you to be honest and open and use your main account. You're very welcome, Empathy. You're very welcome. Brenda, are you here, Brenda? You want to know if you will see Freddie around the house. Will Brenda see Freddie around the house? I don't know if you responded to me or not when I asked you about, did you take his collar off when he got sick? You may have put it up somewhere. I bet you put it up somewhere. I bet you put it up somewhere. You gonna see Freddie and his collar? That says no. That's a Kanaz rune. Revelation. Inspired. You need to be inspired. You're going to have to, well, for the collar itself, you're going to need to sit and think about it. The last place you seen the collar and retrace your steps. As for Freddie, you seeing Freddie in your house? I'm saying for right now, I'm going to say no. But if you were there during my live, if you're in my members only live, and you recall me saying that when we cross over, we don't connect right away. Mediums cannot connect to spirits, to people that have crossed over. Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, Malcolm Jamal Warner. A true psychic medium cannot contact those people yet. It's too soon. And I have to say the same thing about Freddie. Right now, it's too soon. In due time, he most likely will come back and connect with you and contact you. That happened with me, with one of my dogs, actually, with two of my dogs. It was at least a year after the second one had crossed over before I had contact. I put their collars together because they were together for a long time, the two dogs, and their collars are together in the same box. And it took at least a year, and they made that box fall out of the cabinet and hit me just to let me know that they were there. So Freddie will eventually, you might not necessarily see him, but he will get a message to you in some way. No, he won't go back to the people that had him before you. No. Because both of the dogs that I had that had crossed over had belonged to other people in the past. The first one that crossed over, I adopted from the shelter. And she was an older dog. She was probably at least 5 years old when I got her. And then the second dog, I was given, I got her from a friend, and she did not return. She returned to me. Both of them, both dogs. So Freddie will come back to you. You got to give Freddie time. All right, Preet. Are you here, Preet? You want to know what Jeremy wants to tell you? Can you put something up like a, not your end of list that you put up on the weekends, but something else? I'm not going to take any more questions for today, because I still have a few questions to answer here, and we're almost at 2 hours. All right, you want to know what Jeremy wants to tell you? You're very welcome, Brenda. You're very welcome. No, not yet, Victoria. It's still coming up. You haven't missed your turn, no. Actually, you're next after Preet. All right, what does Jeremy want to tell you? Jeremy does have messages. I'm not. That's not quite the message I wanted you to put out.
What do you want?
No more end of list will work. I don't want people to think I'm ending there. I still got 3 people after this one. Mr. Hart cracks me up. That's awesome, Brenda. Yeah, I'm not going to end and not do these questions. I'm just not going to take any more. That's all. All right. What does Jeremy want to tell you? Jeremy is struggling a little bit in his personal life. Jeremy may be receiving messages from the universe. And he may want to share those messages. The messages that he's receiving is from spirit, is from ancestors. And this Knight of Swords tells me he does want to share with you. He's motivated to share information. He might be a little concerned that you might not understand. But he's receiving messages in dreams, most likely, from ancestors. It could be concerning some aspect of his life that he wants you to know about, and he's not sure how to tell you. Perhaps Jeremy is a spiritual person, in a sense of speaking. Jeremy may be the type of person that receives messages, and he's not sure how you're going to take that. And the best thing for Jeremy to do would be to be direct with you about receiving messages and communicating with spirit. He's struggling financially. That's right here. I don't think that's what he wants to tell you. I think he also has another message he wants to tell you. And I think it's about the fact that he's getting messages like I get messages. This represents spirit right here. He just needs to be direct. He needs to just go ahead and be direct about it, be honest about it. And be motivated to let you know that he does receive messages from spirit. Some people don't like to put that information out because sometimes people can be negative about that. And I understand that. Not everybody's a believer in people receiving messages in that sense of speaking. Hey, Moonbud. So, along with the financial issues he may be having, he also may be experiencing spiritual communication that he wants you to know about, but he may be afraid to tell you. Thank you for being here, Metal Clips. I appreciate you. You're very welcome, Preet. You're very welcome. Preet, does he know that you get tarot readings? If he doesn't know that you get tarot readings, you might want to let him know, because that might be what he might. You might want to communicate with him about that. That might be something that's holding him up. Because, some people look at psychic mediums, people that speak with spirit and spirit guides, some people tend to look at us negatively. And so if he's receiving messages like that, you may want to let him know that it's okay. Victoria, are you here, Victoria? You're very welcome, Preet. You're very welcome. Yeah, you're gonna have to rewind, yo you woo poo. I did your reading already. Your timestamp is 38 minutes. But at the time, I think it was right around the time that I was doing your reading, roughly around that time, we had a major hailstorm. All right, Victoria, you want to know if you'll see your male friend in the near future? Will you see your male friend in the near future? Get that fan back over. That fan doesn't want to cooperate. Come on. Stay right there. Ugh. Brenda, did you maybe put your sheets in the laundry? Did you maybe put your sheets in the laundry? Might be wrapped up in your sheets. Okay. It's got to be there. Just, I would sit in, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't stress out about it. If you stop and think about it, it may come to you. That's what I usually do. I usually stop and rethink and retrace my steps when I lose something like that. It's there. It's got to be there. All right. Will you see your male friend in the near future? There is a good chance you will see your male friend in the near future. There's a slight chance you might not. And so this is a wish fulfillment. This is a commitment. But there's also some mistrust here. So it's a good possibility, yes, you will see your male friend in the near future. You're wishing for it. This is a wish fulfillment. But just be careful. There may be some mistrust or there may be some secrets that you don't know about. Brenda, you're going to have to keep me posted whether you find that or not. I know you're going to, I have confidence you're going to find it, Brenda. It's just right now you're stressed out over it. And once you calm down, you should find it. All right. McEady. Are you here, McEady? Mickey? Well, I'll be praying that you find it, Brenda. I'll be praying that you find it. If you haven't thrown anything out from your bedroom, I would say that there's a high probability you'll find it. You're very welcome, Victoria. You're very welcome. Mickey? McEady? Are you here? As long as you haven't thrown anything out from your bedroom, then it's got to be there. It's got to be there. I'm waiting on McEady to respond. McEady? There you are. You want to know what's going on for when it comes to romance for you. Oh, okay. All right. What's going on for romance? What's going on for romance? What's going on for romance for MCE? All right. So what's going on for romance? So you're feeling defeated right now. You feel like it's never going to happen. When in fact, it may. You may have turned somebody away at one point in time, and you might be wishing that they'd come back. Or maybe somebody left and wants to come back, but it's not somebody necessarily that you prefer. I feel like you've let somebody go. I feel strongly that you've let somebody go and you're feeling defeated because you let that person go. You may have had somebody and you let them go for some reason or another. You may have had a good reason for letting them go, but they may have been the right person. You may feel let down. And you may be feeling you let yourself down because you left somebody go and you're sitting here wishing they'd come back into your life. You let them go. So perhaps you need to stop with this negative thinking and these negative feelings and think more positively, and perhaps they will come back into your life. Just don't let go of them this time. Not taking any more questions for today, Cancerian. But if you want to come back on the weekend, I'll be doing general tarot readings and angel numbers. Most likely on Sunday. Just come in early and get put on the list. I'm sorry I'm not taking any more today. I've been on for over 2 hours already. I thank you for subscribing, and I'd appreciate it if you want to come back. Most likely Sunday. Just keep an eye out. I will schedule the live ahead of time like I always do. And most likely it'll be around the same time as it was today, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Crystal, you're up. You're the last one for today. Crystal. I wish I could sit here and do more readings, but after I sit here for so long, I start to get really tired. My energy gets drained out. And I want to be able to do a good reading, so I don't want to tire myself out too much. So, Crystal is up next, and Crystal is the last one for a general reading. You're very welcome, MCE. You're very welcome. All right. This is for Crystal, our newest member. Thank you for becoming a member. I will be live on Tuesday. I go live every Tuesday with members only lives. And you can feel free to look back at other member only lives that I've done in the past to see, get an idea of what we do in members only. Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. There's Crystal. I'm the same way. All right, this is for Crystal. This is just a general reading. Metal Clips, if you're still here, you can please put your link back in chat. Metal Clips has her own shop. Metal Clips crochets beautiful clothing and also makes soap. And I promise you that soap will not disappoint you. If you have rough elbows like I do, her soap will handle that and make them where they're not rough. And it smells good. She has the best smelling soap too. If there's a discount code, let them know that too as well, please. Thank you, Metal Clips. And Metal Clips link is in my description. Her website, because it's a website now. Oh, you've got two. Ooh, you got two aces here. Thank you, Metal Clips. And there's a code you can put in for discount. 6up Media. Make sure you put it in all caps. And 6up is supposed to go live sometime this evening. Yeah, don't get nervous. So, what do we have here? There's a delay. This is just about a delay, okay? You need to be patient. You want to communicate something to a new person. And becoming connected with someone new is delayed. Communicating with someone new is also in delay. And that might be for a good reason. Remember, Mercury's in retrograde. So you might need to be patient because maybe the person you want to speak to here might not be the right person for you. It's not necessarily a romantic relationship. It could be just somebody you want to become friends with. You might not want to go saying things. You might want to hold off on saying anything personal to them. 6up, would you please drop your link one more time, please? Thank you. 6up will hopefully be live later here, maybe here shortly, because I'm about to get off here in a few minutes. But you may need to stop and think about a connection you want to make with someone. So the key here is to be patient. And I know sometimes it's difficult, but we all need to do it. We all need to be patient. Be patient about the things you say and the people you make friends with. There's a reason that the reason behind a delay in things you say is because you want to think before you speak. The reason there's a delay in becoming connected to someone is because you might want to get to know that person a little better before, from the outside looking in, before you make friends with them. You might need to get to learn more about them. So the key here is be patient. So we have Six Up is due to go live this evening at some time. Yes, Six Up would drop her link. Greatly appreciate it. I want to take a minute to thank Crystal for becoming a member. Thank you very, very much for becoming a member to the Mystics. And that gets you weekly members only live. And I want to thank Titi again for supporting my channel with a super chat. I want to thank Mystical Heart. I want to thank Metal Clips, and I want to thank Six Up for being here, and Mr. Hart. I want to thank my moderators, Six Up, Metal Clips, and Mr. Hart. Irish Jesse as well. Irish Jesse's been here as well. And I want to thank everybody for being here. All new subscribers, I greatly appreciate you. We will be back. I will be back on Sunday. Sunday's supposed to be decent. Hopefully it'll be decent enough to go live at the same time, 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. And members, new I can't talk. See, Mercury retrograde's messing with me. We'll have a members only live on Tuesday. I send much love and many blessings to everybody. Be safe out there. It's a crazy world we live in. We see it all the time in the news, on YouTube, or on your TV. We see it all the time. It's crazy. If you can, be kind. And with that, have a good rest of your evening, everybody. And thank you all for being here.